wake up.
Wake up, Africa, your time has come. Open up your eyes and see the sun. Open up your spirit.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And thanks to all the people who have subscribed and all the people who share their comments, their insights, and their knowledge. It makes this channel way richer than it would ever be if it was just me talking to myself. Now, I just want to come on here and spit some truth at you guys. And you know, I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm just here to, shed some light on the truth. And I trust that you will go and verify, what I'm saying, or it will encourage you to go and do more research. But really, we are in an end time dispensation. So I don't have time to prove to you or to argue with you on the things I'm about to share, because I am convicted of what I know. And, I get so many comments and sidebars from people, but this is not the season for that. This is a season where you need to know the truth for yourself, because the truth will truly make you free. Now, I just wanted to come on here and talk about the global spell that the entire world is under. Now, the whole world is under the spell of secret society organizations such as Freemasons. There's many others, Council of 50, etc., etc. And, there's a lot of argument about where the center of power is. Is it the British Empire? Is it the Jesuits of the Roman Catholic Church? Or is it America? Now, America is actually the modern day Egypt. And America in particular has been used to create a spell around the world and enslave particularly the millennial generation, the generation that is supposed to be part of the great move of God. And what they've done is, this is the generation that has grown up with the spells of Hollywood, because Hollywood basically is just an industry of spells and witchcraft and sorcery. Everything they do is prophetic programming of what they want to illustrate, especially if you look now at the movies on Avengers and the movies about superheroes. It's all demonic programming, demonic predictive programming, so that they can prime your mind and prime millions of people's minds to, the false appearance of the Messiah, etc. Go do your research. Now, what has happened with the millennial generation is they have grown up with the spells of Hollywood and the spells of Disneyland, where things like witches, things like sorcery, things like witchcraft, things like sexual immorality have been normalized. And this means that they have been their minds have been defiled from a young age. And also, if you look at MTV Base and the music that's put out there, it is all being done to kind of lower the natural conscience that is in that every single person is born with, and is also being done to over stimulate young people to so that they can participate in sexual immorality, so that they can participate in things like pornography, so that they will already be defiled and have no hope of ever being redeemed. But we serve a merciful God. Now, they've also given, part of the programming, especially of these Disney World movies and also of Hollywood, is the promotion of Friends, so that there's a gap between, they're breaking off this generation. And it's been done for several generations, the 80s, 90s, and now the millennials. It's been done for, 3 consecutive generations, where people are being moved away from respecting their elders, where we're being moved into focusing more on friends, and where we're being disconnected from our ancestral heritage, where we're being made to feel like, the stuff of the past, which has not been resolved, things like racism, things like slavery, things like colonialism, where there's a generation that is being made to feel that, to trivialize that, and to feel like that's old school and that's of the past, when it's really still among us now. Now, the power of the West over the millennials is blindness, and the power of the West over the entire world is secrets. And these are a method of control. And the 3 biggest secrets that the world is being fed and perpetually being put under is number one, the true identity of the people of God. Number two, the power and magic used by the global political occultists. And number three, the method of our liberation. So let me start with one, the true identity of the children of God, the lost tribes of Israel. Now, Adam was born. God made Adam from the soil. And let me tell you, this book, it's a story of a people, and it's a story of a people who look like me. It's a story of a people who are as black as me. And Adam was made from the soil. He was not made from the sand. And what color is the soil? I wish I could even grab some right now. This is the soil. This is soil, guys. This is what it looks like. You know what I mean? This is what Adam was made from. The people of the lost tribes of Israel are not the ones that purport to be the children, the Israelis who are in Israel right now. Those are the serpent people. But the children of God look like you and me. They are as black as you and me. Why do you think Yeshua came to? Why do you think Mary brought Yeshua, the Christ, the Messiah, to Africa to hide? Because he looked like you and me. And I'm not saying not all black people are the children of Israel. There are Gentiles as well. But the lost tribes of Israel are hidden among the Africans because we all had this in common, this skin color. And, if you want to just look at, the people who say they're Jews, it's even written in Revelations 2, verse 9, which says, I know your works. And this was a letter that was written. And it says, I know your works, tribulations, and poverty, but you are rich. Doesn't that describe Africa perfectly? Poverty, but you are rich. We are the poorest people on the richest continent. We feed the entire world, and yet we cannot feed ourselves. And it goes on to say, and I know the blasphemy of those who say they are Jews, and are not, but are actually a synagogue of Satan. And you guys just need to go and do your research. And so the true identity, there was a whitewashing of the story of our people. There was a whitewashing of the Messiah. And, there was a pope that came and had all the paintings of, Yeshua the Christ and Mary, his mother, painted white from black. And you can see some of the original pictures of what Yeshua looked like. He looked like you and me. Please go do your research. Please read up on the whitewashing of Christianity, because this book is a story about our people, but it has been used to enslave us and to bind us and to put us in bondage. We're not part of Ham or whatever, the one of the three. No. We are the chosen ones. The second big, you know what? Let me take a short break. Take a look at the real picture of Yeshua for yourselves and do your research. We'll be right back.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Welcome back to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. Guys, this looks like it's going to be a long one, but I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. Now, I told you there are 3 secrets that have been used to control the entire and kind of, blind the entire world. The first is the true identity of the children of God, of the people of God, of the lost tribes of Israel. The second one is the power and magic used by the global occultist elite. And the third is the method of our liberation. Now, the power and magic that is used by the secret society. Basically, what happened is the secret societies like the Freemasons and the Illuminati and all those guys, what they did is they went to the pyramids of Egypt. Why do you think all these mummies have been dug up? All this ancient knowledge in Egypt was dug up because they were after the knowledge that was used. Why do you think the biggest library in Alexandria that had the knowledge of the entire world was burnt? Because they took the knowledge that was there. And basically, pharaonic Egypt thrived on secret knowledge that they received from the Nephilim, that they received from the fallen angels, and they made pact with these fallen angels who were basically, spiritual wickedness in high places, demons, whatever you want to call them. And they made secret covenants with them, so they got secret knowledge that would enable them to control the entire world. And that is basically what this new system, the new global elite system, is operating on. And the saddest thing is that, like in Kenya, One of the first lodges to be built was the Freemason Lodge, all the way in 1900s. It's over 100 years old. And so what they have done is they have initiated the elite of every nation across the world and made them part of this brotherhood and given them this secret knowledge. And one of the biggest secret knowledges is the true identity of the people of God. And so they have made covenants with these fallen angels. That's why you see so much blood sacrifice and so much evil and demonic worship, because this is how they spell and bind the entire world. Now, what is a lack of knowledge is what is keeping us in Africa in bondage. And Africa is Zion. Go do your research. Poverty, exploitation, bad leadership. Either our leaders are ignorant or they know exactly what's going on and they're part of the globalist elite. And, our resources get stolen because of this spell we're under. But the reason this works is because we have had an open door, and our open door has been ancestral worship. Our open door has been worshipping of water spirits like Leviathan. Our, open door has been worshipping idolatry and our own forms of witchcraft and sorcery. This is what has enabled, the global elites to come and put the entire African continent in bondage. Now, I could go on, but one thing I want to say is that judgment and redemption is coming. And so it is time for you to know your true identity. It is time for you to know your true heritage. Otherwise, you will be part of, you will fall. Because of your ignorance, you will fall with this world, because, Yeshua is returning and judgment is nigh. And we can already see the plagues of Pharaoh are already hitting Egypt, which is America. There is widespread poverty in America. We're going to soon witness famine in America. And, the land is in bondage. We're seeing a huge drug epidemic where over 60,000 people, white people or Caucasians died from heroin overdose and other, pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals is also just deep sorcery and witchcraft. So I just want to encourage you. I hope this has triggered something in you where you're like, and that you will go and you will research. And there's so much information online. Pray to the Holy Spirit to lead you and guide you. There's guys like Stephen Darby, who is a really, really good man of God. He was taken out in December by the global spiritual elite because he was just revealing too much. He was spitting too much knowledge. There's others like the Real School of Hebrews. There's other men of God, even Caucasians, who are talking about the true character and nature. Don't be bound by this. The truth is the only thing that will make you free. God bless you. God bless the lost children of Israel. Because 2019 is 400 years of bondage in America. And when that starts to come to an end, there will be a grand exodus. So you have to know who you are so that you know where you're returning to. God bless you.